Hi, we're here today with Bhupat Seemar, the trainer of the winning racehorse Laurel River at the Dubai World Cup. So firstly, obviously, congratulations on such a victory. How does it feel to win such a prestigious race?
Thank you very much for having me. Well, it's like stuff of dreams, isn't it? It's called World Cup for a reason, that the best horses, the best trainers, the best jockeys and the best owners want to come and compete here, in this prestigious race that's been happening this was the 28th edition actually. And since I was a very young boy, I was watching this race, and I remember when Cigar won the first one, and then the spectacular Dubai Millennium. I used to think one day it'll be amazing to have a horse run in these races, and then to win it is just incredible and amazing thing for any trainer in the world.
Yeah, a whole new level. And can you tell us more about the Juddmonte-owned Laurel River? How did he fall into your hands?
Well, I got an email from the CEO of Juddmonte, Mr. Douglas, and they were very formal but very nice, and they asked me that they would if I would like to train for them, and obviously I was super delighted. And this is Juddmonte. I've watched them as well for a very, very long time, winning some of the best races in the world. So to get an opportunity like that was incredible for any trainer. So yeah, I was jumping with joy, and landed up with Laurel River because he was in America and for whatever reason had a long break. But when they sent him to me, he was in tip-top condition. He had been in the farm, and he got a bit of break. And Garrett O'Rourke, who is the boss of Juddmonte America, he briefed me about everything, and they had the horse in light training. He came here in great shape.
Okay, so you could see from the outset that the horse had great potential, and you were very excited to take him on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd known the horse before, and I'd seen his previous races, and he was very, very impressive. When he was with Bob Baffert, he was co-favorite for the Breeders' Cup Mile, actually, and for whatever reason, he didn't run. And yeah, I mean, when you have a horse at that level, for anybody to have a horse like that is very exciting.
Yeah, and is he quite straightforward to train?
He's a very straightforward horse to train, yes. He is a very, very talented horse. I mean, we've only had him for 3 races, so I think it was my fault the first time I undercooked him and ran him in a 6 furlong race, and he got beat. But after that, main reason being that he hadn't run for a long time, and I wanted to take care of him and didn't want to overtrain him or be hard on him. And then, but in hindsight, I think it worked out good. He had a good prep run, 6 furlong, and then he won the mile very impressively. And they kind of left the choice on me where we would like to run him, and I looked at his female side of his pedigree, and there was a lot of stamina in it. So I spoke to the connections in Juddmonte, and they were happy to run him at the World Cup in 1.25 miles, even though we'd never tried. So it's amazing to have owners who've got faith in their team and in their trainers, and to let them try at the world's biggest stage, even when it hasn't been tried before.
Yeah, and you tried and obviously succeeded, so it was a gamble that paid off.
Well, it's brilliant when it works out. If it didn't work out, we won't be here sitting in the interview. So.
No, exactly. And did you have any preparation, any regime changes sort of in the lead up to the World Cup?
No, everything went very smooth. We had 9 horses running on the World Cup day. We were in total of 4 races, and we won 2, and we were second in 1, and then we were 4th in the other one. So everything ran well, everything went to the plan, and unfortunately we had to scratch one horse called Killer Collect, who's, I think, is immensely talented horse, and owned by the Burke family, who've been very supportive to our stables. But this is how the name of the game is, when they're not right, you can't run them, and they're not machines, and they're all living beings. So yeah, we couldn't run them, but anyway, otherwise all worked well.
Okay. And Laurel River clearly has a great relationship with his jockey. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, look, what can I say about Tiger Shea? He speaks for himself. He's a 12-time champion jockey in UAE, and he's among the best in the world. And especially in this part of the world, he is the tactician, and he would be among the great jockeys here. And yeah, he gets along with Laurel River really well. He rode him almost in every one of his gallops. And it's great to have a jockey where the trainer and jockey can have the same rapport. When the horse galloped, we both thought exactly the same thing. And not just Laurel River, among every other horse, it's great that how we think alike, so it makes a great team. And when he galloped in his second last gallop, Tig was quiet, and I was quiet on my side, and he was quiet sitting on the horse, and we were both thinking the same thing. My God, he is an absolute machine. All we have to do is just keep him right, and hopefully he can point him in the right direction, and let Lord River do the rest.
Amazing. And talking about teamwork, obviously your wife Caroline's very much involved with you. So how does it feel sort of for the whole family for this achievement?
Well, she's been very supportive all my life. We've known each other for a very, very long time, and obviously when your family is supporting you, it's an unrelenting support. It's they don't mean anything else out of it but to do the best for you and for the team and for the horses. So yeah, it's very, very valuable. It means a lot.
Okay, and I mean, looking ahead, what are your plans and aspirations for the future? I know that you're about to move stables, so how's that going?
Moves are always tough, especially if you've been used to being in a place as spectacular as the Beale. But we made some good memories there, and it's time to make some new ones. And I'm very thankful to Dubai Racing Club. They're doing everything possible for the move to be as smooth as possible, and I've been assured that my owners will have, my clients will have, and my team will have even better facilities than the Beale stables, which says quite a lot. So I'm very thankful to them.
Great. We understand that you recently acquired some horses at the Craven Breeze Ups. Are these horses going to be returning here to the UAE?
Yeah, we bought a real nice horse. I think he's a very nice horse, but they have to do it on the racetrack. So bought a real nice horse there by Improbable. He's a dirt horse. He's a very good looking horse. And then we bought another one in America, a horse by Gunrunner. So they're all young horses. We all have that dream that they're going to be Derby horses, and so the dream is alive, and I hope for the owners that they've trusted us to buy these lovely horses, and they'll be rewarded with it.
And are you going to be heading to the Arcana Breeze Ups in Deauville next week?
Yeah, I'm going to Arcana on the 7th. We'll try and hopefully we'll be lucky enough to buy some nice horses there, and then I'm going to America for the Fasig-Tipton Maryland sale, straight from Arcana. We were lucky to buy there last year. We bought 2 horses. They both turned out to be very good. And then on my way back, I'm going to be stopping over in Ireland for the Tattersall Irish sale, and then come back to Dubai. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, long trip, but hopefully it'll be all worth it.
Hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah.
And then lastly, if you weren't a racehorse trainer, what would you be doing, Bhupat?
Oh, I'll be terrible. I'll be terrible at everything else. So I'm glad I'm a racehorse trainer.
Glad that this worked out.
Glad this worked out.
Game.
No, 100%. I actually did my business degree in college. I did my bachelor's. So my first job was actually with American Express. But I worked there for 3 months, and I could not hack a desk job. But I've been riding since I was a very young kid. My parents have a couple of horses, my grandparents had a couple of horses as well in the farm. So riding from a young age, when I was boarding school, I was still riding, but just pleasure riding, a bit of jumping and a bit of messing about, really, to be honest. I always wanted to do something with horses. And I was lucky enough that my uncle, Satish Seemar, he is my mentor, actually. And he went to Kentucky, and from there, he went to California, then he went to Kentucky. And I told him, I said, I want to go on the same way, same path. And I went to TaylorMade Farms in Kentucky. He sent me to TaylorMade Farms in Kentucky. And I did my internship there. And from there on, I went to work for trainers and ended up working for him in Dubai for 18 years.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, congratulations, obviously, on an amazing season. And on behalf of everybody at Equitrans, we wish you an incredible summer and a great season ahead.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you'll be transporting some good horses for us.
I'm sure we will.